What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption. You know it's number 57 with the podcast that don't suck because we don't give a fuck. It's a cluster shuck. It's your boy Blade. I don't know. Here, start the show.
That was awesome.
Oh my god, dude! I was getting so excited in the middle of that. I'm like, oh, he's going. He's keeping going.
I know. Give me chills. Damn.
I was like, he can't keep that stroke up the whole time.
Oh man, he's like rocking it. He's crushing it. I don't give a fuck. I gotta get that. And then I ought to start now.
It was actually supposed to break down like that, to be honest.
Cool.
I could hear the note cards flipping.
All right, so Onslaught always gives me a hard time for doing a poor job of introducing our guests. So let me get this started. We have Only Use Me Blade, we have Merca, and we have
Hello.
My Diction on the show. That Blade said hello?
Get it on!
Hello,
All right,
everyone.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, so everyone said hello. So here's the opening question, and I will start with Taylor, Merca. Have you ever seen your mom naked?
Let's do it. Not while I can remember. I'm sure I did when I was little, but not since then.
That's it? No stories? You've never seen your mom naked? She's been perfect?
Oh, wait. Oh, God. Why would you say that? I had repressed this. Okay.
It's all coming back now. It's all coming back.
Two summers ago. So I'm 20 years old, so I was 18.
Two summers ago.
Nice.
Two summers. Yeah, just let me
His
say
dad's
it.
mom and his mom on the kitchen table.
And my
Pictures
mom
on the
was...
refrigerator flapping up and down.
Wait, let's hear.
Okay.
All right. So we were all out at the pool at my old house, and my brother and I were doing like backflips or something off the diving board. Mom was like, "Oh, I want to do it. And so we were like, "All right, you're probably gonna hurt yourself, but whatever." She gets up there, does the flip. The way she lands, rips her like bikini top all the way off, and then just comes like up bobbing. My brother and I are just horrified, just absolutely just like, "Oh my god!" And then. It was just a bad feeling. It like made my stomach. You know that feeling like when you're on a roller coaster and it goes down really, really fast. That's the feeling you get when you see your mom's tits in the pool.
Yeah.
And all you saw was your mom's boobs.
Yeah.
Gommel. Wait till my turn comes around. Blade, what do you got?
I wish I had a good story, but just when I was younger, just like ran in to ask my mom a question. She was dressing, but that's about it. Like I don't have any good. I've seen my mom naked recently stories. Nothing at 18 or 20. That's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
All right, eat my diction.
How was your mom? What does your mom look like though? Like, if she wasn't your mom, would you be excited?
Hey, who's the next question?
Okay, trying to get a frame of reference here.
Picture
Trying to
didn't
paint a
happen,
picture.
baby.
Hot or not?
Hot or not? If she was on Hot or Not, what would the rating be? Be realistic.
It would be mom. Next question. There we go.
Is there a MILF version of that show? Because if so, I want to watch it. No, I have not. I'm pretty sure my dad hasn't even fucking seen my mom naked. They're pretty straight up repressed people when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, no, if I have, it's been long repressed, and I don't think we're gonna have a Marka Durka situation where all of a sudden this brings it back up.
All right, Wings, what can you do for us?
I haven't got nothing for you. I mean, I've seen her topless through like a bathroom door and a mirror.
Really?
And I was like walking
That's
into the room wrong.
Man, so I thought everyone was going to be, like, in the same neighborhood as me. Like, I thought that, like, this, like, everyone had made these mistakes now and then. But, here we go. So in the house I was raised in, like, we were kind of sexually, like, open compared to normal households. Like, I knew that my parents had sex all the time. They're freaking beasts. I remember when my father had a vasectomy, he had complications related to having way too much sex. Like, apparently, like, there's some sort of backup that can happen if you do it, like, 30 times a month or something stupid like that. So, and there was one time, it was like summer, I'll call myself maybe 17 years old or something, and they didn't know that that I was home. Now, my parents slept in separate bedrooms, and when they had these rendezvous, they had to make it from like one room to the other, and I saw my father naked all the time. Like, all the time. He'd be there, like, brushing his teeth every morning with one foot on the toilet, junk swinging free, and the bathroom door open, brushing his teeth. And I'm like, Dad, come on. He's like, I gotta be free, right?
Was your dad Captain Morgan or something? That looks like a Captain Morgan post.
Yeah, man. So,
Who brushes their teeth with one foot on the toilet? Like
my dad does that.
Dude, this isn't as normal as you're trying to make us think it is. Like,
So, yeah, one day I totally
I can
caught
tell you're
my
trying to
mom.
wait for one of us to relate to it.
What is the anti-walk of shame? The walk to your husband's bedroom where you're buck naked. And, like, I had just come out of the bathroom, and I don't even know, I probably went to the bathroom or something, and I opened the door, and there I caught my mom, full frontal, naked, whatever. And not just naked, but, like, naked on her way to get down with my father in the hallway. And she looks at me, and I look at her, and there's, like, eye contact, and it's awkward, and she freezes, and then she uses one hand to cover her vagina and one hand to cover her boobs, and she walks backwards into her room. And yeah. But, dude, my parents were so... Like, I remember... I think I've told this story on the podcast before, but my parents would have sex a lot, and it was just something I kind of knew about. My father sometimes would consider it a second job. Like, when I was young, I worked in his office, and so here I am, like this junior accountant doing my thing, and one of my coworkers was complaining, like, you know, because in tax season accountants work almost whenever they're awake. It's a ton of work. And he was complaining about his workload, and my dad is like, you don't understand. Like, you don't have... When I go home after, like, a 14-hour day at work, I still have to have sex. It's like a side job. I'm moonlighting by, you know, the freaking lovemaking workload that he has on top of his normal job. And, and sometimes I would hear him. I remember one time we were at the breakfast table, and I was making fun of my parents because I had heard them having sex the night before. And my mom is like, no, yeah, that's not true. So what I did is I repeated the things that she had said during the session. Like, she had all these compliments, like, oh, Stan, you're wonderful, you're amazing, this or that. And she just kind of rubbed her chin, and she's like, yeah, I guess you did hear us. Because she remembered having said, like, all those things from the night before. So yeah, in my house, sex was, like, a much more open thing. And as I worked my way into the real world, I kind of had to learn that not everyone was raised in a house like this. And yeah, so I try to bite my tongue, but I wasn't raised to have sex as taboo. It's like a nudist colony, but sex. Like, other people, and most people think seeing nakedness is a bad thing. I think hearing about sex is like not a big deal because I was raised that way.
I don't even know your parents, and just hearing that story just makes me feel supremely uncomfortable. Like, just really just not good.
I personally think that's healthy. Like, that's a healthy relationship, you know? Like, most women that are bitchy or, like, naggy or whatever, it's just because the husband's not doing it right. You know, does that make sense? Like, she's not getting it in the bedroom, so that's why she's unhappy with other stuff. Like, I think sex is, like, a healthy part of a relationship. So...
Yeah, but I don't want to be a part of my parents' healthy relationship.
Well, you are the aftermath of your parents' healthy relationship, so
it's not really your choice, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to be in there. You don't need to be in there when it happens, but you have to realize that it does happen. You know.
Yep.
It's your job to avoid it at all costs.
Do you guys ever see? Do you guys ever see Girls Gone Wild like episodes and think like
Ultimate
that
Rush?
girl?
No, it doesn't
like
ring
that
a bell.
girl-
Girls Gone Wild. Is this I'm really not familiar with the concept. Is it a show where awesomely hot teenagers show their boobs for T-shirts?
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
it's like Survivor Man, but with girls, isn't it?
No, it's about feral children in the wild.
My point is this: is that some of those girls, based on statistics, are bound to be mothers someday. So in about 18 years or something, I wonder if anybody shows and be like, look, mom was showing her tits for a T-shirt back in 2011. Like, I want to like use that as... If I was the Girls Gone Wild people, I would like archive their names and stuff, because you probably have to get their information to make sure they're like legal to show on the in the video. And I would use that so much as blackmail. I'd use this so much because she's probably like a well dignified. She's on the PTA meeting and all that stuff, and it's just like, no, listen, okay. Remember Cancun? You were drunk off Jose Cuervo? Yeah. Okay, time to pay the piper. Like that's how I would. That's how I would do it. Because all those things that females do that are like freaky or like partying or whatever, those women become mothers later on, you know. And so it kind of makes you think like how your own mother, how she maybe have acted. Not mine. My mother's a saint, but I'm saying everyone else's mother, how they would act when they were like 18, 20, and stuff like that, you know?
I got a question for you, Blade. You do the entertainment thing, or you used to, doing the entertainment systems. How many DVDs have you found of porn of people's?
Oh, all the time. All the time. It's... How do I say this? Like, more often than not, it's some sort of porno, especially... And in the bedroom, it's like 99%. It's a porno in there. So... I think that, and it's more and more so moving away from that, though, because a lot more people just use their porno on the computer. Like, their computer has become like their iPod of porn, you know? Like, actual porno on a disc is kind of dying, I guess.
I'm asking if, like, the person you're hooking up shit, they have their porn in the DVD player.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you ever look at them weird after you see that, and you're like, yeah, your system's hooked up.
No, I don't really look at them weird because I've never like come across any weird porn. Like I haven't come across any like sheep fuckers or anything like that. You know, like I've never come across out of the ordinary porn. You know what I mean? I've always come across pretty standard porn.
You never set up
the golden retriever off, and then you go in the living room, and there's a golden retriever sitting on her lap.
Yeah. See, I've never come across anything like that. It's mostly been like just pretty standardized porn. You know.
That's kind of disappointing.
The standard for
porn
is
kind of disappointing.
Kind of evolving, I think.
Yeah.
But, what was I going to say?
I want to talk about Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah, let's cover that a little bit. Like, I'm having a hard time fathoming how bad this can get. For me, Duke Nukem is just a single-player game where you listen to kind of a charming guy because he has, all his like catchphrases and stuff. And I guess that covers it. You go through the single-player campaign. There's going to be like hookers and death. My favorites, and it should be funny and somewhat entertaining, right? Like a Call of Duty single player, but funner.
Good.
Yeah, is that
okay, all the sayings. Okay, if you're looking for sayings, this is awesome. Like because the game, like the actual character of Duke Nukem is portrayed very well in this game. You know, like. They went on that aspect of it as far as the character and the sayings and the remarks that he makes. It's amazing. It's really good. Mm-hmm. But as far as the game is, and actually I can't speak on this. Has anybody played single player in here?
I played a little bit.
I haven't bought the game yet.
Yeah, I haven't even played it.
Okay, I haven't played single player because I've seen so much of it with people doing Let's Plays. But I played multiplayer because I actually played multiplayer with Duke Nukem 3D when it was out. Like I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. And this is shit. It is horrible. Okay, so first off, it's very, very host dependent. And if you want to play a game, you can either say quick match, which it'll drop you into a game, you know, or you can say start your own match and you can just wait till people join your game. And so if you do that, then you pretty much instantly get host. So there's a lot of people waiting to get that. The gameplay is just not good. It's hard to explain, but it's the connection's shitty. The graphics are like I've always been a big advocate saying that graphics aren't important. It's about gameplay, but the graphics are really bad though. Like it's actually I think in ways the graphics are almost worse than the first Duke Nukem, than the Duke Nukem 3D on DOS.
Wow,
that's how bad.
I'm looking at this shit. I'm looking at this stuff on the single player. It doesn't look that bad.
It's not so much the graphics, it's the frame rate. I felt like at some point I was watching a slideshow. It was ridiculous.
Yep.
It was just chugging along. And they have this weird thing where they use the depth of focus, you know, and it's just like completely wonked, and you'll be like aiming down the sight and all of a sudden everything in front of you is out of focus and not in like a really realistic way, you know. I don't know. It just kind of threw me off. I was trying to play it. I played it. I caught like the demo a couple times, and then I went to this game store I know where the guy lets you put the full game in and play it for like an hour if you pay him a couple bucks, and it was just like the same thing, just like ridiculously bad frame rate, and like the core game itself is pretty like in touch with Duke Nukem 3D, but I feel like if it just came out, you know, in 1997 when they first were supposed to release it, it would have done well. But it's
about
like
the map
12
pack.
years later, and it's this. Yeah.
I feel like, all right, Duke Nukem. No one's going to be talking about Duke Nukem 3 days from now. It's going to be a really short-lived game. But the map pack. Have you guys seen the map pack? Have you seen the trailers for it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Don't really care.
I have two things I want to talk about.
They're already talking about downloadable content for Duke Nukem. Like,
enough with the Duke Nukem. No one cares about Duke Nukem. I want to talk about the map pack.
So fuck up about Duke Nukem.
there's two things
I saw monkeys in the zombie map, and that's all I need to know. I don't want monkeys back in those fucking
The new zombie map
games.
looks cool because it's not shrouded in fog everywhere.
Yes,
like there's a little bit of sunlight.
Yeah, so all right, we'll start there. We'll start with the zombie map. The zombie map is like in a jungle-like environment. It looks like they've used a lot of the art and models from Jungle, and it's called Shangri-La. And there's monkeys in it. Everyone's saying there's monkeys. I thought I saw dogs, but I guess I didn't see it right because the whole world says monkeys.
Now there's a monkey holding a perk.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a perk. It was one of those power-ups, like a bomb, a double.
Oh right, yeah, my bad.
Is that what it was?
And they were changing on its back, like it was like switching around on the same monkey.
So I assume if you shoot the monkey, you get whatever power-up it lands or something when you kill it. That's what I'm assuming. If that's what.
No idea.
Yeah,
that's better than him stealing my hard-earned perks.
I'm kind of psyched
bastards.
that they made a zombie map not designed to put me in a bad mood. Like, it seems like all the previous zombie maps, they're like, let's take the worst weather the planet has ever seen, turn the lights off, and make a video game there. And it's like, really? Again? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, can you just make it black and white too? Because this doesn't suck quite enough visually. And that's how they roll with zombie maps.
I like color.
Finally, they have like a nice daylight zombie map that doesn't make you want to commit suicide.
Yeah.
So thanks for what the fuck is with Treyarch and their art? It is the worst. They're absolutely freaking dreadful with their art and their sound. They've done a good job.
Okay, if you look at World at War, like the feeling of World at War,
sucked.
It's a lot
sucks.
But Black Ops is a little bit better. Black Ops is a little bit better.
Really?
They've had years.
I don't know.
They've had years to get better.
They've had years to get up to like
Yeah.
1998. It's such crap. I stop making everything so freaking ugly. Nuketown's not ugly. Stadium's not ugly. And does the list end there?
Firing range.
Firing range isn't ugly.
Borderline, I guess.
What about
Spawn.
Summit? Summit's
Ugly.
like
All the snow maps are ugly. Summit, Grid, Weapons of Mass Destruction, ugly. I just don't know what they're doing with this freaking artwork. Everything is fog and gray and bluish gray and like, I don't know, grayish gray and blackish gray, and it's just like ugly. I don't know why they do that. They need to.
Let's see how many shades of gray we can get into one video game, guys.
Oh, it's so
I just don't want.
dreadful.
On the opposite end, I don't want something super hyper bright like Carnival from Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, now the thing with Carnival is something like, I'm not a map designer, but something about Carnival didn't make the players pop, right? Like, I would argue that Terminal was just as good looking, yet the characters sort of stood out against the background. Somehow in Carnival, players almost had camo on. Like, I don't know what it was. All the little clutter around the map. The players didn't pop like they're supposed to on Carnival. So while I'll give them credit for making a map that was kind of attractive and had some new art in it, that didn't play well because of the way that it looked. But obviously it can be done, because most of the Modern Warfare maps, like Crash looked great, especially in Modern Warfare 2 compared to COD 4. Even Overgrown looked nice, you know? When I played Overgrown in Modern Warfare 2, it was like, wow, this thing really looks fantastic. You know, it looked much better than it did in COD 4, which also looked better than anything Black Ops has ever done. So yeah, you can have colors and still make it pop. Terminal, I think, was one of the best looking maps I've seen. I don't know if it was the best playing map, but it was the best looking map. And Black Ops,
I personally think that if it
is Woody cutting out for you guys?
no, I
Woody's
hear everything.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys. For the world, my internet connection is awful, and I called my ISP. We're trying to get it fixed, so I apologize for stuff like that. But what were we going to say,
The
Blade?
best of us.
No, I personally think that if they were to make every map, if they were to have a variant on every map that you can do it during the nighttime or the daytime or sunset or whatever, that almost like doubles the number of maps. It's different. Like, remember when I think it was Crash, they came out with a nighttime version for PC? It's like having a whole new map. So I'm saying this.
Macon.
Yeah,
I
Macon
don't
and
understand
Macon
why
Day.
you would want to play a nighttime map. Like, put them
I
on
like
the day.
nighttime maps. Gives you a whole different feel.
Yeah, it gives you a whole different feel without having a whole new map. Like, we've all played Macon Day and we've all played Macon, and it's the same exact map. It's just one's darker than the other, and it has a completely different feel to it.
You know, I'm just being quiet because I completely disagree. Like World of War, my favorite Call of Duty period, and had the best maps period.
Boo.
Yeah. I think everyone's first Call of Duty is going to be their favorite one, though. I personally believe that. Like,
I think COD 4 has the best maps.
Yeah, I think, I'm serious. I think COD 4 had the best maps, and that was
like
my first.
I hated Modern Warfare 2's maps, like Sub Base. Fuck Sub Base. God, I hate that fucking map.
Really? I haven't seen an attractive snow map yet. Maybe they could just get rid of that idea.
Yeah, I agree with
Or
that.
snow, no weather. How about no weather at all?
Yeah, no weather. Forget weather. What is it? Help me. Underpass, right? Underpass would have been a pretty neat map if it wasn't for the fog. I think it would have been a much better map. But yeah, so Treyarch's released a new map pack. All the multiplayer stuff looks pretty ugly to me, except Drive-In, which looked pretty cool, and Shangri-La. The zombie map also looked pretty neat. I'm kind of psyched about that. So I'll get it for sure. I'll check it out. And it comes out soon, June 28th, which usually they announce it, and I feel
that's
like I'm
pretty
waiting
quick
forever.
turnaround.
Wow, that's really fast.
Yeah,
that's a pretty
fast.
quick turnaround.
So, and the other thing I wanted to talk about, a YouTube trend. Everyone is uploading these like incredibly crappy like leaked details where they don't even they don't do any analysis. They might upload the trailer exactly, just like rip it off YouTube and put it on their own channel, or they'll do this level of like analysis based on nothing. Like, all right, so this map is Drive-In. Based on the fact that the map is called Drive-In, I think we can expect lots of open parking lot-like gameplay with maybe some cars on it. I'm a little concerned that the speaker poles are going to have trouble as we try to run around. They can be difficult to run into. You'll bump into... And it's like just complete, it's one thing. Like, Team Art does a really neat job of grabbing screenshots of 402's tweets and saying, like, this is what we know for sure. It comes from the community manager. It's leaked. And then here's what I think about what he said, or maybe what can be inferred from it based on his years around Call of Duty. Like, that is one thing, and that is great. It's an entire another thing to make, like, terrible videos based on no information whatsoever. Or, it's everyone uploading the I'll compliment Team Art again. I remember when Black Ops came out, and they showed the first multiplayer reveal, he took the thing and broke it down like frame by frame. Why are you laughing at me? I'm not telling jokes. And it was like, look at this.
Okay.
What?
He's anticipating your next joke.
Okay,
no,
anyway.
I'm thinking about when the Free Kill 3000 kid, when he did the How to Be Famous on YouTube, and he did the multiplayer. It was a joke. He broke down the multiplayer breakdown or whatever, and he says, "Look in the upper right corner, player killed." So multiplayer is confirmed for Black Ops.
yeah. This is the kind of stuff. When the Black Ops trailer, like multiplayer reveal came out, he broke it down frame by frame. He's like, I hadn't noticed that a grenade that they threw was a Semtex, and he kind of confirmed that Semtex has made a return for Black Ops. I hadn't noticed. I forget. We were able to confirm like maybe how many kills an RC car took. You look at it, you got a general feel for the blast radius. Like, there's information that you can pick up if you look at it really carefully and do a value add on a trailer. And then there is, like, infuriating nonsense. And me, as a guy, I'm like, on one hand, I hate these horrible trailer videos that everybody is making. On the other hand... I almost want to get into the horrible trailer making business because it's so easy and lame, and it's like, I can run ads on this horribleness, and like people are eating it up. Like, should I do this?
You should start a contest. You should start a contest and see how many commentators, like how fast it'll take them to upload one of those videos, and the winner gets, I don't know, a banana. I don't know, something.
So
I don't know. Most of the time when people upload those, go ahead.
I was gonna say I put some videos on my channel that sort of break down the leaks that we've had so far, and I try to give an evaluation on how reliable these leaks might be. Like, this came from Infinity Ward, this was backed up by screenshots, this is just random, unreliable news site that may or may not be true. And I feel like that isn't such a bad thing, right? This is a value add to what we've seen. But some of these, like, either these guys need to start getting hated on for uploading really terrible, obviously money-whoring videos, or you have to encourage me to do the same because it's bullshit to be where I am, which is just, seeing my sub box filled with terrible trailer videos. So, what do you guys?
I don't know.
think?
It's like a third grader giving a really bad report, and we're all kind of going, "That was shit." And most of the time, when people put stuff out like that, we all kind of go, "Okay, this is crap," and like move on. You know, there's a lot of just moving on, and plus, I think that also kind of violates the trust that you have with your subscribers, that they know that's not gonna, you know, if you put out crap like that, they're probably not gonna click on the next video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I don't know. It's
Unsub.
I tend to stay away from doing the analysis videos because we have no idea till we play it. You know what I mean? Like, go back and look at.
I'm actually proud of my analysis videos. Like, you know, if
Well,
you
your
were to watch
analysis
them,
videos are a little bit different, though. Those are different, though. Those actually look like you spent more than 10 minutes on it. You know?
and
But I'm talking about the crap ones. You know?
yeah,
So.
you know, there were some funny ones, right? Like, Ask a Capper did one where he's like, "Look how much stuff is on fire. I've confirmed that everything's on fire," and then. Like, that idea got copied by everybody, and, you know, it was like, all right.
Jericho's was good.
Was it?
Jericho's was good. I don't know
if I saw
it
that
was
one.
really good.
Oh, I did see
he
that.
shoutcasted it. Yeah, he shoutcasted it. It was pretty funny.
But the trailer thing's a little overboard. I want to see. I don't know. What do you say? Right, this trend of taking trailers, not even adding value to them and uploading them on your channel, or the other stuff, which is not really having anything to say. Like, I saw this thing and I was like, oh, I want to do a video about this trailer, but I didn't really have anything, so I didn't do it. And what do you say?
We just started a new trend of analyzing videos.
It's Call of
what they did
Duty.
right and wrong
It's
with
got
their,
guns.
with their analysis.
And I can go ahead and tell you that I'm going to own somebody on every map they have. I mean, I just don't get excited for Call of Duty. I don't give a shit about Modern Warfare 3.
I do.
I don't. I mean, it's Call of Duty. I'm gonna beast on it just like I beasted on every Call of Duty before. There's nothing they can change in the game that can't stop me from doing well at it.
Is that a challenge to Treyarch?
Yeah.
It's
That's
like me
Infinity
in
Ward.
basketball. I'm just the best in the world. Like, I'm wildly renowned as being the best on the planet. There's nothing they can do about that game that will stop me from being just freaking awesome.
They could give fucking scrubs 300% help, and I would just learn how to kill Painkiller consistently. That's all that's going to happen.
Dude, for me, they could do whatever they want, and I will stay right there in the middle of the pack. They can't change it. They got nothing on my mediocrity.
You're
I'm
getting
gonna have
kind
a
of cocky there,
1.0
Wig.
KD or I'm going to die.
They're like, I call my chopper gunner on the B flag. Just stand in the middle of the B flag. Don't die. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I've got a video where I've done it.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, man.
Do you really?
Yes.
Was that a joke?
I really
You
do
don't have
where I've
video
done it.
where you stand in the middle of the map and call in a gunship or a chopper gunner?
I did it by accident, but I did it. I got the Blackbird, and then I got another kill like right after it, and I wanted to call the Blackbird.
I tried to do it
And
in
I
my
survived the whole thing.
I put up a video
Survived the
today
whole thing.
where I wanted to capture C on what's the snowy one? Help me, I forgot. Oh, Grid. I wanted to capture C on Grid, and apparently I walked just off the flag before I called in my chopper gunner. But then all the comments told me that if you're in a chopper gunner, you can't capture a flag anyway. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Now, it would be cheap of you to say, let's prove that wrong and make a whole video about if you can capture a chopper gunner, you know.
Sometimes
Like, remember
I do,
what was that?
sometimes I do quick tip
What was
videos.
that channel that did that?
And on one, Defend
Yeah.
the House. A tip like that I don't consider worthy of a video, I might bundle together with 2 to 4 more, and I think they make for good videos.
Yeah.
So
You can't do it with RC car either. I've tried.
really? Oh, I didn't know. But
Because those aren't like real game situations where you're like, I want to capture this flag, but I also want to drive my RC car. You know what I mean? Like, it's,
dude, that's totally what I
those aren't-
intended to
Yeah, it's
do. We had Bravo, but we didn't have A or C. So I was like, I'll sit on C, I'll call in this chopper gunner and prevent anyone from coming, and I'll cap a flag while I beast. This sounded great to me. It was a great idea. But then I walked just outside the cap radius before I called in the chopper gunner. That's a real game. It was a real game situation. It just came up the other day. Oh, you know what I want to talk about? Anthony Weiner.
Not gaming.
He resigned today. So
he pulled out.
Yeah, he pulled out.
He
Finally
pulled out. Nice. Well played. Yeah, he went soft and decided to resign.
Oh, there you go.
So
I had a whole list of fucking Anthony Weiner jokes right here, and you guys just ruined it for me. Damn it.
Honestly, I don't think he should have left office. I don't know anything about his policy at all, but I mean, it's just a cock.
It was a chub, I would say. I saw the footage.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? Dude, I saw it, and then I heard a dramatic reenactment of his sexting messages from Bill Maher and that, I forget the actress who plays the cheerleader coach in Glee. But Bill Maher and her read back and forth the sexting messages. So for those of you that don't know, Anthony Weiner is a congressman from New York. He's been in politics for 20 years. He's 46. He's in fantastic shape. I've seen his body. He what else is there to say? Oh, he's a Democrat, and recently, he's been taking pictures of his chest and stuff. He looks great. He all right,
get to it, Woody. All right,
he's been one of the more
all over the New York Times.
He's been one of the more aggressively outspoken Democrats lately towards Republicans. So, when healthcare came around, he was on Fox News, on CNN, whatever. He was sort of that front man who defended the Democratic side in a way that a sitting president can't because they have too much influence. He and then he's been on now the Republican office, and they say things that they get wrong. He did this stunt where he grabbed a children's book on how there's checks and balances, and used it to educate the Republicans when they tried to break rules. So funny stuff like that. But all along, while
get to the penis part,
he's kind of a troll.
He was
get to the penis part.
He was sexting with this porn star, telling her about the things that he'd want to do to her if they were together and things like that. Now, they never met in person, so there was nothing physical going on. But he sent pictures of him in relatively tight underwear with a chub. He sent pictures of his chest, body shots from the neck down. And then he got outed. So what happened is he posted it on Twitter. And at first he denied it was him. He said his Twitter account was hacked. And then later he admitted that what he meant to do was send a direct message instead of a tweet to the world. And he quickly recognized his mistake. He deleted the tweet and pretended he was hacked. For those of you that have never used Twitter, this is pretty believable. The user interface for sending a direct message is a lot like the one for sending out a worldwide tweet. And so for a couple of weeks, maybe 10, 12 days, something like that, everyone's been on him saying he should resign, he should quit, he should leave his job. And then there's the rest of us who think about the other things that have happened, and his offense, sexting, is pretty mild in comparison to some of the other things that people have fully gotten away with. And it just jumps out at me.
He did not stick a cigar in her cooch.
There you go, right?
Just saying.
Just saying. It's not anything illegal. It's just maybe not something you'd want to share with your mom. You know what I mean? But there's something wrong with
seen her
it.
naked.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a touchy subject because obviously you need to stay professional. And okay, I don't think I could take a picture of my cock and put it on Twitter. It wouldn't be appropriate. There's nothing wrong with it, but it wouldn't be appropriate. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, so, for sure, right? And you're not even in politics, right? It's inappropriate for a YouTube commentator, let alone
somehow
for a politician. But I don't
know. Like and favorite for cock. Let's see how many views I can get.
It's going to be inflammatory, but compare that to lying the nation into war. We know exactly where the weapons of mass destruction are. Compare that to some of the other stuff, like the guy who spent a career against gay marriage, and then it turns out he's gay. What was his name, Vitter or something? The guy with the wide stance in the bathroom stall.
Yeah, those are the best Republicans, the bigots.
Yeah, they're I love them.
The ones with the twist endings, I like those.
What else is there? Of course, there's Clinton, right? He got censored, but he
Gary
didn't have to
Condit.
resign. Gary Condit, right? He was with
that was horrible, dude.
intern. Was he with somebody young, right? Or was he with
the 22-year-old intern?
Yeah, and then she died, and it turned out that
she died mysteriously, strangled or some shit like that.
Yeah. Okay, what I don't understand is all this stuff's pretty tame as far as yeah, it's sexual, but it's not like extreme craziness, right? Marv Albert did like some of the weirdest shit in the world, and 5 years later, he's commentating a basketball game, and I'm like, you had a hooker with a ball gag in her mouth like 5 years ago. You guys remember? You guys remember the whole Marv Albert situation? What happened?
Oh, I remember the bite marks, right? Like,
okay, he was wearing women's underwear. He had a ball gag in the prostitute's mouth, and was like put like a tail on her from a dog, like really weird out there shit, right? And so it was like
you can only go up from there, I guess.
Okay, really awkward stuff, right? Then like 5 years, and basically he like retires. He's not a sportscaster anymore. You know what I mean? Because that would be awkward. But then he comes back 5 years later, and no one says shit. And I'm like, we remember, dude. Like we remember what the fuck happened. Remember the guy in D.C. He got caught in a drug bust smoking crack, and then he's the mayor of D.C. like 2 years later. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But if you take a picture of a cock and put it on Twitter by accident, all of a sudden you're like the worst man in the world. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like if his penis would have been smoking crack in the twit pic, then he probably would have been fine.
It was almost like he suffered from a slow news story. And I think I said this last week, but we all know who the biggest winner in this story is, right? Like, it's obvious to me. Arnold Schwarzenegger, absolutely. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he didn't just sext. He had sex with someone for years while he was married. He had a baby with that person. He knew about that baby. He supported that baby financially for she's like 8 years old or something now. And
why do you think he'd be able to get away with that? I don't understand that.
Yeah, he had a baby with another woman outside his marriage and supported her and wanted this to go on indefinitely. And that story's dead. All we want to talk about is this guy with curiously low body fat for a 46-year-old.
Yeah, because there's no penises in that entire story. You can't get in trouble for it.
There's just no photos.
The penis and news ratio is all off on that story.
Yeah.
I mean, the Weiner story literally had penis in the title, so we're sold. Okay, let's go with that.
Dude, my favorite stuff. No, I know his name is pronounced like Boehner or something like that. But when Boehner calls for Weiner to pull out, or these are the best titles. Boner's asking Weiner to pull out. You're like, yeah, American politics for the win, baby. Oh man.
Oh, can I say one thing I wanted to say about Duke Nukem, but you guys cut me off? This is important.
I'm on the edge of my seat. Go.
When you select your controls, the controls that are basically exactly like Call of Duty controls, the controls titled is Duty Calls.
Nice.
So I think that has a reference. Well, the game has a lot of reference to other games, but I think that they know that since Call of Duty is such a popular game and so many people are used to those controls, a lot of games almost they want to act like Call of Duty doesn't exist when they have their menu system, but with Duke Nukem it was just like Duty Calls. It's literally the same controls as Call of Duty. So, and I will shut up about Duke Nukem.
All right,
and Woodster.
I have a question for Mercadurka. All right. Now, it's a human centipede-based thing, and you're going to be randomly placed. You don't have any choice about this. You get what you get. All right.
All right.
Which YouTube commentators are going to be the other two in your centipede?
Choose wisely.
My goodness, man, this is difficult. I don't get to choose if I'm in the front, middle, or back?
No, that's going to be randomly assigned.
Well, see, I want someone... I'd prefer two ladies, because then at least it's not, tantric and gay. But at the same time, I want someone who's interesting to... Oh, no, wait, I don't even have to worry about conversation, because their mouths are so...
Exactly. Yeah, you need someone who knows Morse code so they can hum out long and short.
I can't even do Morse code. But
I want someone interesting. I want someone.
I want someone with nice views on politics, lots of insightful.
Justine's hot, but I think I can carry on a conversation.
How
with
often
Blame
do you
Truth.
think you're going to have a conversation that doesn't involve you guys being taped to each other, ass to mouth?
Wait! I got an answer. Is this commentators or is this any YouTuber?
I'll go any YouTuber. We can open it up.
I'm going to say Justine, but only on the, I guess the premise that she cannot be the one in front. Her mouth cannot be working in this entire.
Okay.
And who's that other one? minxy.
Miss Minx. Hell, I was
Minx.
about to say that.
Yeah, in that one.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
that's
go.
my tip.
I'm going to say Charlie James because she's absolutely gorgeous and there's a chance I could be behind her. But this is the single Woody talking, right? The theoretical one. And then I'm going to go with the long shot. I'm going to say I. Jericho, right? And I've met I. Jericho in real life. He doesn't look like he eats a lot. So, like, there might be some upside, right? Like, I could die sooner. Like, I think I want a guy who's not consuming a lot of food. Wings? Which YouTube commentators do you want to make up your human centipede?
I'm sitting there thinking about this.
The doozy of a question.
It is a doozy of a question. Oh, man. I just don't want to give a cop-out answer to this. I mean, obviously, you just pick two females and just go about your day. They'd be like, yeah, that's a good choice. But you got to look deeper into this thing.
No, you don't.
Dude,
I'm going to go with Aviator and T-Mart.
Yeah.
Aviator and T-Mart?
No matter what.
Yes.
Yeah, you pick some tall men there.
Exposed.
Like, both of those guys are like 6'4"-ish or something.
Hopefully, like, I can break my neck and commit suicide if I get stuck in the middle.
You want to be in the middle?
Yeah, if I get stuck in the middle, I can just, like, pull my body up and, like, throw down and break my neck.
But you don't want to be in the middle. Like, that's, like...
I'm not sure which position is the worst, the middle or the back.
Oh, the middle's the worst.
The back's
You don't have
the worst.
a mouth or an asshole anymore. They're both usurped. No control over either.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, really?
The
like,
back just gets shit in his mouth. That's all you get. You don't get the shit in nobody else's mouth.
Yeah, the back.
That's it?
The back gets
That's all?
recycled moo. That's it? Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine. No, so the back just gets recycled food, right? Like, up front, you get good food. You're good to go. The only problem is there's, aside from your knees going the wrong way and somebody's butt on your, or mouth on your butt. But otherwise, you get good, you used to eating well. On the back, there's not a lot of nutritional value by the time it gets to you.
What?
Yeah, if you've seen the movie, I think the
one
I
in the
don't
back-
want to
girl
see
gets
this.
the infection, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know
she's the
what
one
the movie
that
is.
gets
I don't know what the
the
movie is. I don't want to see it, though. I don't want to see it.
Okay,
For you
basically,
guys to
let me-
be
It's
ma-
actually-
for you guys to be making
quite good
rational
for the horror.
decisions like this is ridiculous.
So what
movie-
happens in the movie is this: the three girls find their way into this guy's house, and he decides to turn.
No, it's two girls and a Japanese guy they can't communicate with.
Okay,
I've seen it like 3 times.
of course you have. So he decides to turn
very
them into a
popular.
human centipede, and the way that he does this is he takes their knees and kind of like rejiggers them so that they bend forward instead of backwards. And but the real critical part here is now that they're sort of stuck on all fours and can't stand, he attaches. You see the first one, picture them like crawling, and then he puts the second one's mouth and surgically attaches it to the first one's butt. And then he takes the third one's mouth and surgically attaches it to the second one's butt. So in the middle, you are both pooing into somebody's mouth and eating the poo of number one. But
if the first one farts, does it like come out of the third one's ass like the wave
Eventually.
motion?
No,
You
no,
would
I don't think
yeah.
so. I don't think that it's like literal shit
Depends
into
on how
the
hard you
person's mouth.
fart.
I think they like ran the digestive tract like through all of them or something. Because
Yeah.
like they wouldn't survive long if they're literally eating the fecal matter of the front person and then again by the second person.
Are you sure
How can
he
they
altered
breathe?
the digestive tract? And if he did, why would it not be poo anymore?
He was a very smart German. Keep that in mind. And he had a whole chart on it. Like he, like
I
if you look
saw
like
the
there was a-
visuals.
yeah. No,
Dude, that was like
Okay,
the
so
worst.
so basically they made an ass to mouth train with 3 people, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So the person in the
yes.
middle has his mouth sewn to the ass, and the person in his ass is sewn to the mouth of the person behind him. Okay.
Exactly. So now you have to ask yourself, who would you want to be in your train? I picked people based on how little food they consumed. That's pretty much my chief criteria.
You know what? I'm not gonna answer it, but I would think like whoever I dislike the most and who I would enjoy actually shitting in their mouth. Like I would look at it as like a vengeance kind of thing. So a person that I don't like, I could be like, okay, cool, I get to shit in your mouth.
Oh, that's a good look at this. I'd be like, I want that member of the Westboro Baptist Church and that member of the Westboro Baptist Church.
oh,
I was just about to say that. But you can't choose where you are, though, so it
Yeah,
might be
you both
revenge
get
against
behind
you.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Well, that's if you could choose.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
if
might-
I could choose, I would change my shit to Bill O'Reilly and Glenn Beck.
Oh,
Oh, not
oh
yet?
yeah, that's a good choice too.
Yeah. So now let me ask you. Let's go eat my diction.
Ooh, what if Reverend Byrne was mixed in this? That would be the ultimate insult.
So
Think about
which
that for a
position do you
second.
want? Do you want no? Which position is the worst? 2 or 3? Diction.
2.
2 is
Two. Ass and mouth together.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
worse
that's bad.
than. Okay. Think about it, Woody. I'm going to go to you. Would you rather have an ass sewed to your mouth or an ass sewed to your mouth and a mouth sewed to your ass? See what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but that's
You're
not the
saying,
whole
like,
story, right? So I'll ask you, Wings. I'll turn this about and say, would you rather have second generation food or third generation food?
I'm
I'd
not
rather
making it
just
that long.
have a way to kill myself. That's my reason for picking the second position. If I
Fortunately,
got
we
stuck
can't
in the
give
second
that to you.
position, I could at least, have 2 guys taller than me, so I could use leverage to break my own neck.
Yeah, on the stream generally agrees with me that the third is the worst position. If I'm in this position where you've already surgically altered my knees and my
I got it.
digestive
I got
system
it.
and you've
I
removed
got
my
it.
teeth,
I
then
got it.
I'm not convinced that the fact that you're eating my poo is the worst of my problems.
I got it. I figured it out.
Go ahead.
I'd be in the middle, and I'd have 2 babies, and that way I could go to the hospital and have them get these babies off of me. Because 3 humans trying to get in a car isn't gonna work. So
Babies are
I
humans
choose.
too.
I understand they're humans, but I could still drive a car with a baby's ass sewed to my mouth. I could
Oh
have.
my god! All right,
I could have the baby steer. I can lean over, have the baby little steer. It might be fun little babysitter adventures, and I can get to the hospital and have them get this off me.
Dude,
But
this went
3
from
of us-
really laughable and kind of quirky, funny, and now I'm just feeling uncomfortable. And what's the next question, Woody?
It's like Baby's
think
Day
you-
Out, except somehow more wrong.
Have you guys seen
Yeah.
the movie Teeth?
Yes, and
Yes.
I won't want to talk about that either.
So
So we're just trying to find ways to make Taylor uncomfortable. That's what we're doing now.
he's
I like that,
our
by the way.
temporary Kyle.
I enjoy
So Taylor, right? You run into this girl. She's Mrs. Right. She's wonderful in a lot of ways, except for the fact that her vagina could potentially bite off your penis. Do you still
See,
do you
that's a
overlook
big
that?
deal breaker for me. That's a big deal breaker.
But it's only potentially, right? Like, she does this to rapists and such. When it was consensual, when she was happy, she functioned like a normal person.
I'm not
don't-
not down for that.
I mean, she has teeth in her mouth, and I assume you're down for that.
Yeah,
Does she
I don't
still
think
have-
that's the same.
Is the option of nonstop butt sex up in the air?
Does she still
'Cause
have her
then that's-
period, Woody?
Um,
Does she still get her period?
As far as I know, I don't think they covered that in the movie, but as far as I know.
Yeah, because I think that has something to do with it though. Because when a woman, it's that time of the month for a woman. She could be super happy, and then something will flip on her, and she'll get mad. And the ability to bite my dick off with her vagina, like a tool. I don't want to give me a gun, and I don't want to give a woman a biting vagina. Does that make sense? I just don't think they're responsible enough to use it properly.
Just women can't be trusted with vagina dentata. That's the
Vagina dentata.
yeah. That's the condition that they called it in the movie.
I mean, I just think that there's a lot of women out there that they would abuse that.
Yeah.
All right.
They might get drunk and chop carrots with it or something. I don't know.
Now,
Do parlor
now
tricks in the bar?
if you got caught killing a couple people with your pussy, would they put that shit in like a chastity belt like Hannibal Lecter?
That's hilarious. That is fucking funny. Oh, that's great. That'd be an awesome little how they have the little infomercials where it's just slices and dices and stuff like that. Just give this have a porn star do this and just stick a whole carrot and just she makes whole salad and
the
stuff like
slap
that. Yeah, like
Oh, the clap
push
chop. I'm patenting that
clap
right
chop.
now. Clap chop.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
You know, they technically have this thing you're talking about in real life. It's called the Axum condom.
Wait, what were we talking about?
The
What?
vagina dentata.
Something.
Yeah,
Wait, they
do
have something
like
that you can use in just
You
in
can-
case that your part
They
of
have
your
an
vagina has
anti-rape device.
Yes.
Can you link that?
So is it like a dental dam made out of nightmares?
No, you go in. It's something they put in their serve. It's something they put in it, and it goes on like a condom. But when you try to pull back out, it just slices right into your stuff.
Why?
Damn.
Wait,
Why would
wait.
any? That's like that fucking scene from Seven, man, when he makes him rape
Oh.
the hooker to death or whatever.
Oh
That's
my God.
horrible.
That was the worst scene ever.
Who would invent such a thing? I know that was bad, and you don't see anything too. It's made it way
Wings, that's
worse.
really gross, but could you also link me?
Yeah.
I don't have a link to it right now. It's called
Same here,
Axum
yeah.
anti-rape.
Yeah, it's I from what I understand, it's supposed to be used in like Africa, where rape is like women are like can reasonably predict that tonight rapists will be coming, and they can protect themselves with it. Like that's
That's
that was
funny.
that's where I heard it.
Be like Minority Report instead of it's rape. Rape.
People are asking for a Dan update.
That's a.
And it's so I was at work today, and so was Dan, and I was talking to him about it, and it's funny. Like he got laid last night with some hottie. He was exhausted because he didn't get any sleep for all the right reasons, and he just kept talking about it at work today. So yeah, Dan is still out there playing like a player. He's doing his thing. It's funny. He'll have like dates with 4 and 5 women in a week. He's on top of it.
Man, I wish Dan would come paintballing. I want to meet this player.
Teach me your ways,
Possible.
Dan.
Yeah. He always seems to be low on paid time off. I don't know where he's burning it, but yeah.
Is it in Pussyville?
Could be.
So crude.
So
that like
I'm just
Four
wondering. I know how much time Woody takes off from his work, and I'm sort of imagine if Dan is low on time and Woody's criticizing him for it.
I'm
He
not
must be
criticizing
knocking out
him,
every
no.
other day.
I'm not criticizing Dan. I'm I don't know where it all goes. We get 20 days off a year, and that combines sick time with like vacation time. And but because you can work at home, like it's really easy to almost never call in sick. Like if you can drag yourself to attend 3 meetings on your worst day, then presto, you're not sick. And it's as easy as that. So I get like 20 days total vacation. I tend to use them in small numbers, like long weekends. Oh, which reminds me, paintball's coming up. We've got that subscriber paintball event. Taylor, you're going too?
Yes, I will be there.
How psyched are you for that?
I'm very excited. Even if I can't get a good gun, I think I'm just going to do what you said and be a medic, just as an excuse to run around be a little bit crazier.
You'll have a good gun. I've been in touch with Kitty.
Oh,
Yeah. It's fixed. You'll have.
Then I retract my previous statement, Kitty. I do not want to be a medic. Please reserve the gun. I would like it very much.
Yeah, dude. I think you're gonna have an Empire Axe, which is the exact gun I used in the previous event, and I found it to be perfect all day long. I must have shot 2,000 rounds through it without a single issue ever. Not a single issue. So,
Where's Kyle?
Kyle is out filming somewhere, Tennessee maybe. But he'll be at the paintball event too, as will FPS Russia. They travel together sometimes. And
Oh, sorry. Of course.
and
There, both of them.
yes, not at the same time. But,
Oh, all right.
Gonna make him do one of those acts where he has to keep running into a bathroom and changing outfits and coming back.
So, but yeah. So there's a lot of guys. K-pop is going. Paintball Kitty, the Aviator, Merca, me. Why did that so
T-Mart.
fast? Am I missing anyone? Yeah, T-Mart's going. Onslaught did
Promise
not
me you'll
get-
shoot K-pop like incessantly.
Oh, the other guys is SMO
do
SMO HP PC PK, whatever that guy's name is.
Seamus.
I'm not sure. Is he going? I know that
Seamus,
I left
yeah.
some Gassy Mexicans going. So there'll be a bunch of guys there, and it's going to be.
Wait, whoa, time out.
And
What was that
K-pop.
last one?
There'll be a bunch
Gassy
of
Mexican.
guys there. Gassy Mexican.
Oh, when I saw that title, I thought it said "gay ass Mexican."
Oh yeah. So Gassy Mexican is actually a totally quiet, polite, awesome, super funny guy, right? Like he's just fantastic. But before I knew him, all I knew was his name was Gassy Mexican. And they're like, "Do you want to share a hotel room with him?" And I'm like, "Would you?" Like, who's worse than like Gassy Mexican? But he's just a great guy. Everything's all cool.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like, make fun of him. That's just honestly what I read when I read the title of the last video you uploaded, which was all these people and gay ass Mexican. And I thought he was like a road crew worker that you guys just pulled in off the side of the road. And I don't know.
Oh, did you mention White Boy? White Boy's going too now, right?
Oh yeah, White Boy's going too. Yep. So the event is, I think, for subscribers. Let me look at my calendar here. The 25th and 26th. And it's in Joliet, Illinois, and go check it out. I put a video up about it. You can see my channel. It's from like, I don't know, probably the 16th-ish, and check it out. So we're going to hang out with subscribers. We're going to play paintball, and it's going to be a good time.
Happy birthday to White Boy. He just
I got
a Skype thing came up so that White Boy turned 21. So
yep, he's 21.
He's probably out and about.
Could be. I don't know. It's Thursday. Maybe
he should film his 21 run. I really think he should film his 21 run.
What is he going to dolphin dive to tonight?
What's a 21 run?
You can dolphin dive in and out of the bars.
21 run is like when people turn 21, they finally get to go to the bars legally. They tend to go to as many bars as possible and just pretty much just drink as much as you possibly can. And it's like excessive drinking on your 21st birthday because everyone buys you shots, and you go to probably 20 different bars, and it's a shit show, you know. It's the only time when
White Boy.
Yeah, happy birthday, White Boy.
So who's psyched for Battlefield 3? It's coming out. I think the beta's in September, right? They're doing a beta. I'm totally excited about that.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, that beta was a brilliant idea. It's going to totally allow people to get into with the beta coming out in September, and the game they moved up the date to October 21st. I think 21st or 25th. I'm stuck in my head. Let me look. I can't tell.
I think it's 25th. Yeah.
Is it 25th? Then suddenly I don't know. It seems like you could be into that game, playing that game, doing your thing, and it was really, really smart of them to come out before Modern Warfare 3.
Yep. I was about to say
and they're giving away a bunch of free shit too to make fun of the Elite service.
Oh, but wait.
Because all they had
But the world is crashing on them for their downloadable content, right? They're developing downloadable content that they're not putting on the disc and instantly charging more for it. And on top of that, they're doing something else that's pretty shady. They're adding weapons to the game, right? That you only get if you pre-order the game. Now it's one thing to it's one thing to give you like what Gears of War did in Gaul 2. I don't know if people call it that. In Gears of War 2 is if you got the legendary pack, you got a gold lancer, but gold lancer whatever. It doesn't really give you I never died in that game and thought, well, dude, his lancer is a different color. That's not even fair. It's fine. But they're giving out actually different weapons, right? So, I'm sure these gameplay guys, the developers, do their best to make them balanced. But those weapons are either going to suck or they're going to be awesome. And
let me help you out with this. They did the same thing in Bad Company 1. They gave you a Type 88 sniper if you pre-ordered the game. Mm-hmm. Well, here's what they didn't tell you. The Type 88 is a clone of another weapon that you get anyway, called the SVU. There's going to be a gun in the game that's going to be just like it. You just get a different skin of it.
But you don't know that.
I'm 98% sure.
What if the gun is like the FAMAS in this
They've
game?
already named the gun. It's a sniper rifle.
Oh, okay. Well, next.
It's a fucking semi-automatic sniper rifle. It's pretty much the same sniper rifle they gave away the first time. Nobody cried in Bad Company. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. It's people that look here. Put $5 down on the game. When the game comes out, pay it off. You're good.
Yep. Yeah. I'm thinking about playing it on PC. I might buy it twice. Oh, go ahead. I'm cutting you off.
But what he was saying is he was just illustrating the idea of if it's possibly a weapon that no one else gets, it's not a remake, it's not a different skin. If it's an actual weapon that could be effective in battle in the game, and you just don't get it because you didn't pre-order it or don't have the hardened edition, that's kind of cheesy.
Ain't no kind of cheesy.
And there's an LMG
you didn't pre-order the game. If you didn't pre-order the game, you're obviously not serious enough about the game to even worry about getting out cheesed.
No, that's not true because.
Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. The audio cut off. It'll come back if history is any kind of indicator. But well, here we are.
I'm back.
Now.
Are we back?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
What part of the rant did I leave off on?
I don't know, but there's a sniper and there's an LMG, and there's a real possibility that these things are not exact duplicates of what's in the game already, and. Like I believe that these guys do their best to make every gun kind of balanced, strong in some situations, weak in other, and counter each other. But it's hard to make guns perfectly balanced. So there's a real possibility that it's going to be different, and that sucks. So you'll eventually be able to get that later. Like they're going to give it to everyone a few months down the road, but not at first. And I think it's a mistake. And then there's the whole idea of DLC on day one. There's like DLC you can buy that wasn't included in the game right now. Well, not right now, but the day that it releases.
Unless this gun is the M60 from Battlefield Bad Company 2 when it first released, I don't give a shit if thousands of people have it, because I'm going to try to get the game early, and I'm going to pay more money for it. Thus, I don't get pre-order codes for it. So I won't care either way.
Have you guys seen the Dead Island trailer?
Which one?
The gameplay trailer.
The really misleading, the really gorgeous one that was misleading about what the game's actually about, or like the actual
No, like the actual gameplay one. I think that game looks really fun. Like a free range, like running around killing zombies. Like not really having to try, just goof around. I don't know. I'm definitely going to get that.
Yeah. Once I saw the electrified machete, like throwing it at zombies, I was like, I'm sold. I'm buying this. I don't care.
I think I might check out Dead Island. I'm interested in more games, so I'd like to check something out, see what's going on. But I do like Black Ops 2.
Yeah. Look at it this way.
Good.
Back to the Battlefield thing, because I could care less about Dead Island.
I don't even know what that Dead Island thing is.
It's some stupid game that's going to flop like a fucking fat woman sitting in a chair. That's what it's going to do.
But the concept is cool, right? It's a zombie survival game where there's a giant map and you just survive as long as you can. But it's different than Nazi zombies in that it's mostly melee based, and it's
you can like upgrade. And like grow levels or something. Like it looks cool.
Yeah,
it's
like RPG stuff to it.
Yeah.
What was it? Dead Rising. It's like Dead Rising kind of, except better.
Yeah.
I just want to say, say this. I just looked at the weapons on Bad Company 3. One's a Dio 12 shotgun. One's another one's like an LMG, and another one's a sniper. The LMG is the Type 88. The Type 88 was nowhere near overpowered compared to the other LMGs in Bad Company 2. So why would it be any different than this one?
If DLC is
Type 88.
If DLCs are new maps, then that's fine, okay? But when DLC is a new weapon, that the only way I can have that weapon is if I pay extra, and I'm going against people that paid extra. If I don't have the maps, I just don't play the maps, okay?
See, we're combining two things here. You might be right about it. Like, I agree with your concept. The DLC shouldn't include things that give you a competitive advantage. That really, really sucks. But they're doing two things that make gamers mad right out of the gate, I mean to say. One is that there's DLC on day one, so it's just obviously something they decided not to include on the disc to charge extra for. And the other is there's extra guns for people that pre-ordered. So I
look at it like this way. I bought a headset. I expect to have better sound than a person that didn't want to invest in a headset. If I bought the game early and I get an extra weapon, I expect the extra weapon to be something better than he has, because I put more money for it.
Well, you just put your money up earlier.
I understand the sound point there, but not really the gun one.
Right in the gun one, dude.
Like,
if you want to pay for an advantage over someone else, the person that's willing to pay will have the advantage. You buy a headset, you buy control freaks, you buy triggers for the PS3 control.
I would be willing to pay $200 to get the game a week early. And it would suck if I didn't get do I have to pay $260 to get the pre-order one too?
Dude, I don't care. I look at these guns. One's like a semi-automatic shotgun. How many times you get owned by a shotgun ever in a game other than Modern Warfare 2?
It's rare.
Especially games as big as Battlefield.
But what I'm saying, Wings, is is when I play Call of Duty and I get killed, I instantly go into this thing where I analyze why I got killed. Okay, and I think the measure of a good game, in my personal opinion, is when I watch the kill cam and say I naturally got outplayed. If I'm watching the kill cam and the only reason why I died was because this kid spent $5 on some special weapon, that's gonna piss me off as a consumer. See what I'm saying? So what you're doing is you're adding little extra things in there that, okay, you're saying he spent $230 for a headset, and I don't have a headset. Oh, well, I get it. You know what I mean? But if I get killed by something, and the only reason why I don't have that is because I have to pay extra for it because the manufacturer didn't want to include it, fuck that.
Well, look at it this way. If I get killed by Spaz 12 in Modern Warfare 2 and I got a USP 45 on my secondary, I didn't have that Spaz 12. So am I mad because I didn't have it, or mad because I don't have access to it? The fact is, it's such a slim thing that happens. I get killed by kids I have no access to the weapon at that gun battle at that specific time anyway. Kind of catch my drift?
Yeah.
So it's pointless. The whole thing is pointless. The guns are not going to be laser beam guns. And if you want like a reskin of an LMG, which has like 4 other LMGs that probably do the same exact thing as it does,
yeah,
for it,
you're making a lot of assumptions here, right? Here's what you've said so far, Wings. I know with 98% certainty that this gun will be a duplicate of other guns. I know with complete certainty that this gun will not give you any competitive advantage. I know this and I know that. And you don't know jack. You're making guesses.
Hey, look here. Battlefield has used the same weapons since Battlefield 2. They've always had the Type 88. They've always had the Chinese Type 88 sniper. They've always had the fucking F2000, the AUG. They use the same guns every release. They always have the same balance almost every release. There's always an AN-94. There's always
the same
M16. Generally, M60 had 2 problems in Battlefield. Battlefield Vietnam, it was overpowered, and Battlefield Bad Company 2, it was overpowered. And they scaled it back both times. But the fact is, they changed the numbers up on it a little bit. But for the most part, it's the same shit year in, year out. The Diode
you
12,
could say
the
that
Type
about
88,
Call of Duty, right? Like, oh yeah, there's always an AK-47,
yeah, there's always an
a
M16.
FAMAS, there's always an M16, but they're very different from game to game. You know, they're similar, right? But to a gamer who notices the subtle differences, there's a world of difference. The AK-74U was very different from COD 4 to Black Ops, right? I mean, these are very different behaving guns. So, you know, to say like, oh yeah, because they use the same gun models that they're going to behave the same in game isn't true. And then we even came up with examples in game where from Battlefield to Battlefield or Bad Company there were differences. So I think to say like, oh, don't worry, EA is going to get this perfect is a little off target. I think it's a bad idea to include guns in the pre-order. If they should have included colors.
No, look here.
They could have given me a pimpin'
paving
sombrero. They should have given me, you know, a cowboy hat or a pair of cool sunglasses.
If you're saying this is a bad idea, you're paving the way of never getting gun packs in any game. And I want gun packs. I don't give a fuck if I got to pay for them.
I don't mind them adding
I want to be able to buy guns somebody else
not on day one, though. Not on day one.
Yeah.
What the fuck does it matter? In Bad Company, the original Bad Company, they gave you every gun unlocked, period, if you pre-ordered it. You got all the high-end guns. Like everybody else started with this regular gun.
You can't buy gaming advantage. That's wrong. Yeah,
it's like buying that's like buying a car, and then the same day it's like, remember, you got to get that oil changed. No, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that's like, what you're saying is you pay $5, it's like almost like maintenance for it. Like, I look at buying the map packs as like maintenance for this game, okay? Not first day, though. I'm not paying extra on the first day. That's stupid. That's dumb.
So, if they're going to give out new guns in a game, it should be for everybody. You shouldn't be able to like buy a better KD. That's wrong.
Like they did that with Black Ops. Like if you pre-ordered it, you got the World at War zombie maps. They're still not selling those as a DLC. So even if you want to now, if you didn't pre-order it, you still can get it.
That's called a prestige. If you buy a limited edition car, they're not going to come out and make every car that type limited edition after you buy yours. That's called a prestigious advantage.
Well, I mean, but it's not like I'm trying to like.
Hey, Merca, let me say something though.
All right.
They are going to be doing, making those games downloadable content, the zombie maps, because, and I know this because I know this guy named COD Black.
Sorry, guys. The stream got quiet for a moment here. It's a technical.
But like, if the gun, it really is better. Like, that'd be kind of like all of us buying Modern Warfare 2, and because, say, Diction pre-ordered it, he was the only one out of us who got the UMP for like a week and a half. Like, he run a train on us.
I think Woody dropped.
No,
yeah,
I'm
Woody's
back. I'm back. I was just excited about the concept of being run a train on. Am I alone?
There is going to be downloadable content for the World at War zombie maps on Black Ops because I've given those out, like DLC codes, to go redeem code and download it. I've given those codes out.
Nice.
So it's going to.
I just say people are blowing this thing out of. DICE has done this 3 times before. It's worked out every time. Don't worry about it. It's not their first butt rodeo.
It's not their first butt rodeo?
Certainly isn't. is that
the first rodeo?
If they're going to do DLC, I would almost put... Okay, I got a question.
I have those here in California.
Brian, don't speak over this. What is a butt rodeo?
Yes, please.
You're asking me. I don't know.
No. I was saying, like, is that a saying? I have never heard that.
Wings? I think you're the butt rodeo.
I'm even going to dignify that answer. I'm half asleep here.
Oh, man. Hey, you know what I want to talk about real quick? The Commentator showdown. So, I think we have like 13 guys or 12 guys in it. I'm not even sure. But what do you guys think? Is this a good idea? Is this kind of a cool thing? Did it get lame somewhere along the way? Thoughts?
No, it's going to be really, really good for one person. And then for everybody else, it's going to be like, oh, Sandy, you're really not that good, unsubbed. Like, I don't know. It seems like a good way to get a lot of hate on a lot of people. But at the same time, I'm not in it, so I'll enjoy.
Yeah,
that's the same reason I'm not in it.
It's fun when you look at it from
only
the
one guy
outside.
wins.
Yeah, there's only one person that it's going to be temptatious to. I think it might be entertaining if you have all of them with mics, but I think the competitive nature in all the commentators, it's not like they're going to be chatting it up. They're going to be, you know what I mean? They're going to be super focused. So
there's
I'm
here's
taking
how it
the
goes
one
down. We're gonna hold on. Let me jump in for a second. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start the stream, play like a game of Dom or two. Competitive, but whatever. It's a team-based game. It should be fun. And then we'll play, I think, 4 games of free-for-all, and that's for like the cash. And then we'll break off and play like some CTF demo Dom or whatever. With different teams, mix it up.
Are there any? Are there any rules or just anything that's in?
No, we're doing GB rules, and with no on the standard GB rules with no to everything. So no flak jacket, no launchers, no claim, no equipment. All the no's, radar off, etc. And so it'll be like a game battles match. Friendly fire will be on, and I'm kind of psyched about it. One thing I want to try. I want to do a team with. So hold on, I'm still going here, and I want to do a team with Holiday Doc, me, T Mart, and Onslaught against 4 guys that are known as Slayers, like a Sandy, a Ronaldinho, the Game 360, and I don't know. Help me out. Who would be a good 4th? Right, is a guy that's known as getting a lot of kills per game, and kind of see that.
Ronaldinho.
Yeah. Did I say him already? I forget. Right, but 4 guys who are capable of getting 100 kills. Who do you guys think is gonna? Against 4 guys who are, used to working together all the time. And, I want to see how that works out, right? Is it all about winning gunfights? Is it all about communication? Like, I really want to give that a go. I look forward to it.
Dude, I hate to tell you, Woody, I've played with almost every one of those guys, and Ronaldinho will outslay your communication. I'm going to tell you right now.
You can't actually slay communication. Is he gonna damage my?
I mean, yeah, you can if he kills you all fast enough before you realize where you're spawned at.
Yeah, I know he's a great player, and his numbers are astronomical. But like going to the other person's spawn and flipping it, he's the
real deal.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. Right, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna try, and I look forward to it. So
if we were to bet with you, Woody, what would your odds be?
Well, you see, now you're getting me into trash talking territory. But I actually think we'll win. Yeah, I think our odds are better than 50-50. I think we'll do it. And the one of the parts is this: Holiday Doc is a good player, so it's not as if you're taking, an onslaught's a good play too. Yeah, it's not like it's first day guys who have good friendships against guys who are great at Call of Duty. It's no pushovers either. We're gonna give this a go. I'm ready for it. I assume they'll be ready for it too. I'm pretty psyched about all these guys. I heard XJaws is in now. XJaws said he'd be in, and that's it's impressive to me that a guy like XJaws with such a big fan base that's based on the quality of his gameplay is willing to go in there and play against other good players. As opposed to just like going into random lobbies and playing against stupid pubs. Where I'm not looking forward to this. Is the commentators that say, "Oh, I did this for fun." No, like I don't want people to have that cop out. Oh, this was just for fun. I don't care if I got my shit pushed in. Like I want it to be. I want people to lose like 30,000 subs if they come in 8th place. Like I want subs to be on the line.
Jesus Christ! You've got a really malicious outlook on this whole competition.
Just have 30,000 subs somehow.
The truth is that's.
I mean, some of the big names they could. Yeah, like seriously, there's a lot of people that would be like, you know what? I thought you were better than that, and they unsub.
Let's do a hypothetical here, right? Let's say that XJaws plays against all of us, and not that I think this will happen. I think it won't happen. But hypothetically, if XJaws were to go like 2-16 every game and just get frustrated and like not be competitive, never have any good games, it would change the way people perceive his
20,000 subs.
Yeah. They'd be like, oh my gosh. They'd start looking at the ranks of the team on every great game that he posted. They'd start, finding reasons to think that he's not as good as they think he is today. That could possibly happen. Me, I'm like shielded, right? If I get exposed as, hypothetically, an unexceptional gamer, yeah. Shocker. But just the same, I'm hoping I'll do well. I don't know. Look, I'm not the favorite. I know that. I don't even think I'm the favorite in my own eyes. But I've played against good players before, and I will take a turn at the top of the lobby now and then. And if I win any one of these free-for-all games, I'm singing. I'm absolutely Eye of the Tigering this thing. We'll get that done. We'll make a song parody.
See, what I think would be interesting is if you threw in wildcard players like me or Ricky Chops onto teams randomly, and the rest of you have to work around us to try to win while we fuck everything up for you.
That seems like a good way for you to get your channel just like completely gone. Like no one would like you.
We could do a whatever. What is it, gun game or something, and have Only Use Me Blade in there, just ruining everybody. Like Sniper again! God damn it! No, I got humiliated, you bastard!
The rest of us have to take shots every time he gets stabbed.
Yeah. That'd be funny. But it's Saturday. So if you're listening to this,
people that die have to take a shot.
Hold on a second.
Stabbed.
So it's
yeah, exactly.
It's 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. That's Eastern time, so you'll have to do your own time zone conversions. But it's not long from now. It's the 18th, so it's coming up.
Oh, I gotta say this.
I'm down for some gun game. But my shit pushed in if I try to play like team games with you guys. But I'm down for some gun game.
Blood will be shed. That'll be cool.
I gotta say,
who's hosting this though? Are you guys doing the Dunzo thing or no?
Yeah, but doing the game Dunzo thing. I've played on it before. It actually works. Fear Kratz is from Europe, and he says the servers are good. What they do is they take Xboxes and put them in like real commercial data centers right on the backbone of the internet. And then you know how like if you and I were to play a game, I'd be host, but you and I could play a game on Wings as host, like join his party. And he wouldn't even play, but you and I could play against each other on someone else's host. That's what they do. They have a bot in a like real data center, with like air conditioning and armed guards and the whole 9 yards, and that has like the world's greatest internet connection with low latency because it's right on the backbone of the internet. And then when you play, like everyone gets good connections. Everyone's shots count. It's the next best thing to being on a LAN, and they're going to do that. And they're also part of the. And then it's going to be live streamed too. I'll have the URL in an update video soon. But so it'll be like a live event. And then I think Fuzzy Otterballs, but I'm not positive. But it's going to be, I think it's Fuzzy Otterballs is going to like live commentate it as well. So like shoutcast it or something. It should be a neat event. If it goes well, we might do it again. If it's a terrible show, then it'll be a one-time event. We'll go like that.
We'll just forget it ever happened.
Yeah, we'll just forget it ever happened.
Advice for X-Files, back out of this shit now. It will do nothing for your channel. If you win, everyone will be like, oh, we knew it. If you lose, you will lose most of your subs, but you lose a lot of credibility.
That's weak sauce, man.
Don't do it.
That's based on that's based on people that have built a channel on excellent gaming.
I gotta say it like this: my channel was not built on excellent gaming. My channel, I just happened to get a rep as one of the better YouTube commentators. I've never said I was a good player.
People watch my videos.
You said that they can't do anything to the game to make you less awesome.
People watch my stuff to see the best gameplay on YouTube.
Anything to the game to make me suck at the game. They can't.
People watch my stuff.
The fact is, that does not mean me.
And they're like, holy smokes, that guy went 25-5? Like, this is just unprecedented. And, I hope I can pull it off against good players.
People are saying Wings is a hypocrite. Look, my channel was based around this, and quote me if I'm wrong. I made my channel to help people that get the game get better, and that's what I do. I take strategies that are easy to get to put off and very easy to replicate and put out there for you to see. That's all my channel's ever been.
I do some of that too.
Okay,
my channel has a lot of things in it.
Okay, let's take Sandy Ravage. Okay, Sandy Ravage puts out videos where he's absolutely beasting and it's music. He's a cool guy, everything, but he's not known for the commentaries. So when you have all this stuff based around on how good you are, it's like his show is a lot based on how good he is as a player. And a lot of YouTubers, they're not putting up games where they go negative. They put out games when they do well, portray them in a good light. So you take all these people. There's going to be an 8th place. There's going to be some person in 8th place that doesn't win. How are people going to look at people that aren't in the money? How about that in the situation? Like they're going to say the top 3 players.
What'd you say, Wings?
Who?
White boy.
You can tell
White
me
boy's
the top.
Gonna be 8th place.
We'll
take number bottom 8.
White boy's going to be 8. That's because he plays on PS3 and hardly ever plays on 360. I think that's one of the main reasons why you said it, correct?
Not even that. Like,
is White Boy in the competition?
Yes.
He most likely rage quit.
That would be hilarious.
That would be
funny as hell. If
right
off the gate, he gets like a 3 kills. Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
If he was planning that, you just ruined it for him. If he was planning like a stunt like that, I would have.
Yeah, but if you're planning that stunt, that would be a pretty rude thing to do to everybody else in the competition. Just kind of trivial.
For starters, he's taking a spot in this thing. To take a spot and then just bail like that would be. And he's probably not going to do that, right? He won't do that. But to take a spot and bail like that would be pretty uncool. It would unbalance the teams.
Dude, I've seen a rage quit for 150 tickets.
There's there's like companies sponsoring this thing, putting up prize money for people who trying to do it seriously. If he were to sabotage the event, he won't do that. That would be really uncool.
Do you have a list of everyone who's in it?
I do, yeah.
I want to go on the limb right now after looking at the list. I still am the best World at War player on YouTube.
The best what?
World at War.
Oh.
Let me read the current list. Woody's Gamertag, Xjaws, The Game 360, T Martin, Ronaldinho, Onslaught, Sandy Ravage, Fear Crads, Marco J, White Boy 7th Street, Fatal Error, who's also known as Holiday Doc, Syndicate, and Muzza Fuzza. That's who's in it right now.
I'm going with Rondo. I'm going with Rondo on that one.
Ron at number 1, Muzza Fuzza number 7, White Boy number 8.
Okay.
Whatever.
Hating on White Boy.
Yeah.
I hate White Boy to the point. He might prove me wrong. I like White Boy. White Boy's my homeboy, but I don't know. He might prove me wrong. I just from my experience, I've played with all these guys, and I've played with them multiple times.
See, the fact that Syndicate is in there, that's a perfect example of how it'll hurt different people. Like if Sandy gets last, people will unsub like nobody's business. If
Sandy ain't going to get last,
they'll be like, "Oh, he just does zombies anyway." Perfect, built-in excuse,
Worst case scenario, Sandy
I think it's
mid.
I think Rono, Game 360, and Sandy, and then Marco J. Those are my top 4.
I don't even know who Fear Crads
the game.
is.
the game is going nowhere near the top. It's going to be the Sandy Fearcrads.
I don't know. I put him as high as
the game
number 2.
sucks, dude. I've watched the game. I've watched his gameplay. He's going to be at best number 4.
The game impresses me, man. He wins all his
game impresses
gunfights
me
somehow. Like every time you see someone.
I've watched his M16 gameplay. He is horrible. He has no shot. He relies mainly on flank routes and a good connection.
It's the flank routes that impress me. I mostly watch him with.
That's Call of Duty. That's Call of Duty, though.
Well,
what are you talking about?
You ain't getting flank routes in free for all.
There's 2 ways to play Call of Duty, right? Or you can either be that guy that hits the long shots like a G11 beast, or you can be that guy who flanks from the side, with an SMG. That's Sandy does that a lot. And I think Wings is saying that the game's not good at Wings' game, and I'm not sure. I haven't seen him play that way. But what I do see the game do is flank a guy. He catches him in the back.
Have you ever seen the gameplay free for all?
Yes. Yeah. And
please show me this video.
Yeah, I can. He played it on Stockpile, and he was incredibly good. And he just sort of. It's like he has a sixth sense, right? He's sprinting. He stops sprinting right before the engagement. Fires from the hip, wins, moves on to the next guy, and he does that again and again.
Yeah. By the way, I've played with the Game 360, and he's not better than me. I've scored higher than him every game.
I've never played with him.
So
he should be on Skype. I want to talk to him someday. The Game 360 is a guy on YouTube. He only posts 100-kill games. Like, you'll never see him get less than 100 kills, and he usually has like a 20 KD in the game that he posts.
There's 3 guys I've played with that I don't expect to outscore. Well, 4. Fearcrads I don't expect to outscore. Ronaldinho. There's Socrates and Call of Duty 4. That's the 4th one. And there's one more that slipped my mind right now.
Sam 5000.
Margaret J
was able to outscore. No, Margaret J sometimes gets me, sometimes doesn't.
Sam 5000.
We kind of swing back and forth. Sam 5000. Sam 5000.
Yeah, he's a lot of the YouTubers know who's an absolute beast and who's not, right? Like, now I haven't played with everybody, but I'll play with some guys and it's like, wow. Like, Sandy Ravage is one. I'll compliment him. He's one of those guys. I play with him and it's like, you really do that. Like, the ones he posts, the ones he posts are an anomaly, right? He doesn't get like 3 nukes every game. But, he wins lobby after lobby after lobby. He's actually good at this game. So he's a little out of practice at the moment. I've been playing with him this week.
I mean, if people say I'm sitting there hating, I'm just being real, dude. I've played with the majority of these guys that you're idolizing, and those 4 I just named are the only ones that impressed me. Like, wow, you are this fucking good. That's the 4 people that you should be idolizing.
Can you do your list again?
Fearcrads, Ronaldinho, Sam 5000, and Socrates if it's Call of Duty 4.
Who is
you didn't say
Fearcrads?
Sandy. Sandy finishes higher in the lobby.
Yeah, but every time I've played with Sandy, I've always been right there with him. I'm talking about guys that just completely blow me out the water. I had no chance to get number 1. No chance.
Huh. Yeah, because I know the 3 of us would play with Sandy,
dude,
and I think he led us every single time.
Look at games I've posted up on PS3 with Ronaldinho's in my party. Mm-hmm. I'll post up like a 38-1. Ronaldinho will be like 60-0. There's no chance. I'm dead serious. Go back and look at my games.
It's times like this that I'm really happy that I'm not very good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sad.
Hell yeah.
I say I'm shockingly mediocre.
I
Like, you guys would rage quit watching me play.
I get to watch everybody else compete, and I just don't have to give a shit. And at the end, I can still kind of point fingers and be like, knew you would lose, you suck.
No,
I'm worse
me with the knifing is like me with a wheelchair on the sideline going, haha, like, oh, I can't play, I'm in a wheelchair. Oh, too bad for you, Like, that's...
Yeah, damn right I'm going to be last. I'm not even taking place in it, because I know I'm not going to be number 1. I never admitted to being number 1, but I know how people play, and I can pretty much judge how people play, and those 4 guys impress me. I only like Fearcrads, but I know he's a top 4 guy.
Oh, I just want to throw... A lot of guys have asked, like, in the comments on my videos when I talk about this, and in the stream right now, people are saying Pwn Star for hire a lot. He was invited, actually. I haven't heard back from him. So, that... I
mean, I'd go so far and even put Onslaught up there and those good players.
Onslaught's really good. Onslaught's really good. Better than people know. What happens sometimes, and like Onslaught, T-Mart, and I, we don't really try hard every game. Or I've been playing a lot of M60s lately, and they'll look at like me do well, and then T-Mart's there. He's like 2-14 in some game, and I talked to him about it, and I'm like, dude, does it ever bother you that sometimes you show up on my lobbies with bad scores? And he's like, nah. I just tell him I was playing one hand on Call of Duty, one hand on Sasha Grey. It works every time. They're Onslaught, T-Mart, those guys are better than you might guess because they're not in full tryhard mode most of the time. Like Wings, for example. Wings gives you his best game just pretty much every time he plays. Like that's how he does. When he engages games, he's in it to win it, right? You don't see him goofing about. You might not see him with his best weapon every game, but he's focused. T-Mart will literally...
Yeah, if I got a Spaz 12 in my hand.
But T-Mart is like the other extreme. You almost have to request in advance. Like, all right, T-Mart, I'm going to request that you put your tryhard pajamas on this game because, they seem to be a party or whatever. And then he'll step it up.
I mean, I play with that guy who camps, and he always uses the weirdest fucking setups just to fuck around, right? Mm-hmm. But then what happens is like if it gets down to like the final minute or whatever, he'll switch it up to what we need to do to get the W. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if a sniper is running around spinning around, but the last round he's like, okay, I'll switch to my FAMAS class and we'll get this done. As long as they do that, I don't mind people fucking around.
I tell you, another guy that needs probably to be in this.
Right Hand Drive Richie a year ago.
I have not heard from him, or I have not heard from him. I don't know what the hell happened. I tried to help his I actually promoted the shit out of his channel. When
I found him,
the first gameplay I ever saw. Yeah, that video probably only has about 900 views on it. Me just promoting his channel. I don't know what happened to him, and I get a lot of messages. I don't know. I know what happened to Handsome. He's just making his own. He's doing videos, but I have no idea what happened to Richie.
So
I have no idea what happened to Richie.
When I first started my YouTube channel, right, and you get like a little sub count. I'll say my sub count was like 1,200, and I was like, all right, now I have like a group of followers. Like it was my first little taste of internet power. So I was like, all right, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to use this internet power? My first course of action, get a dual comm with Right Hand Drive Richie. I'm like, I want you to go to his channel and I want you to spam him. I want him to know that I'm alive. And that was like my number one priority. And he did it. He did a dual comm with me, and he was a totally nice guy. He was nice when we weren't recording. He was nice when we were recording, and he was nice after the recording. And he's like, if you ever need anything, you let me know. We'll work it out. And I would be, if he ever wanted to get back into the YouTube scene, I would be more than happy to, just freaking let people know about him because he's a great player and he's a great guy. But he's kind of out. He doesn't do it anymore.
He completely vanished, dude. Dude,
speaking of people who vanished, what about Blunt Smoke and Anus Destroyer? Where'd he go?
Oh, get out of here! I've thought about making another Blunt Smoke and Anus Destroyer video, but
dude, on every one of those videos, there's like one guy who's like, stop picking on Blade. He's a nice guy. Stop being a douchebag to him. And
oh yeah, people. I did a video on Machinima where it was Blunt Smoke and Anus Destroyer, but it was normal me, interviewing Blunt Smoke and Anus Destroyer, so I was interviewing myself, like I had multiple personalities or something, and so many people were like, Blade, I like you, but your friend's an asshole. And I'm like, oh my god, really, dude? Nice. No, I'll do a Blunt Smoke and Anus Destroyer, but I have to find the right moment, or when I'm like inspired to, I guess, And I have to get some shooting gameplay. I don't really shoot, so.
People asked about Scene Anders. He was also invited. I haven't heard back from him. I reached out to Hutch, who obviously, I talked to Hutch, not a lot. I'll say every week or two. And I was like, hey, can you let Scene Anders know that he's invited? And he hasn't gotten back to me yet. So my assumption is that he'd rather not play. So people asked about him. I thought I'd explain. So,
I personally think Scene Anders would not do that for the simple fact that the people that are doing this, man, it's gonna kind of hurt your channel if you don't win.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I think all you need to do is be in the mix, right? Like, if at the end of the day we play all these objective game types and stuff, and you're right there. Okay, how about this? Whoever gets first is definitely gonna get a sub boost.
Oh, for sure.
Whoever gets first is gonna get a boost.
And
so we know that the pot. Yeah.
and a prize. The first 3 places are in the money, so that counts for something. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. I think that I think it's really cool, and I think we should do it again, right? Maybe a guy that doesn't finish as high as they hope they would in the first one will finish higher next time around, and we can see how that goes. I wonder how I'm going to do. I really hope that I do well. Like I'll take I don't know. I want to name someone who's obviously better than me. Let's say XCal or something, right? If I were to play XCal 1v1, I think you'd win. But if I were to play XCal 1v1 enough, I'd get a win too. I'd give me enough tries and I'll finish on top one of these times. And
I think you got a winning record versus Hutch, don't you?
I think so. Yeah, you know what it is? Shipment. Like, if it were belts, I'm like a blue belt or something. Like, I'm a fine player. But this one particular thing, 1v1s on shipment, I'm better than you might guess. And, I just sit there and sound horse so hard and play so carefully that, I'm a little stronger at 1v1s on shipment than you might guess. And, I don't know. So, yeah, that's that. But Hutch is a good player. Hutch has beaten me. I've beaten him.
But the thing about that, Hutch's claim to fame is the shipment 1v1.
Yep.
Well, the sniper shipment
say that too.
In particular, right? Well, if it were, I played Hutch. This is actually a long time ago. I played Hutch 1v1 with snipers, and I think he beat me 15-3, right? So it was ugly, but well, that was a long time ago. That was actually before I had a YouTube channel or anything. I wouldn't do much better now. I suck at sniping, but when I did better than Hutch, we didn't use sniper rifles. We used any gun. I think I used an MP5. But he's a strong player. Hutch is a strong player.
Whose host was it?
It was Woody's.
Yeah, my host. So that helps a lot. He's in California too.
Because we were complaining that Hutch had the advantage because he was hosting the lobby. Because we were all sitting on 2 bars.
Yep, and he's like, "All right, then."
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, Hutch has an excellent connection. So, like, when I play with him, he always hosts, and I'm okay.
Yeah, but you're in Seattle.
Yeah, we're in the other direction.
Yeah, thanks, Taylor. I don't know why that didn't occur to me. Like, yeah, you're in Seattle, right? Of course you think his connection's fine. Come out here to North Carolina.
I love Onslaught's connection, but nobody else does.
Yeah, I don't know. Onslaught just got a new connection. He just upgraded his router, so he should be not his router. His.
I think that California. I wonder what state has the best connection. Like, what state would you move to? If money was an issue and you wanted the best connection, I wonder which state would house the best connection.
I can tell you, I would use Missouri right away.
New York City might be one.
I live in like the Verizon FiOS main building office next to the server.
New York with FiOS, it would be in the running. New York with FiOS. Oh, and then dude, I went to realestate.com and started looking at. There is a town, I forget the name of it, in North Carolina. It's like an hour east of where I live. And they have municipal...
Whiteville.
Is it Whiteville? I don't think it is. They may have it too, but this town has municipal...
Because I plan on moving there.
They have 100 gigabits up and 100 gigabits down, or something like... Or maybe it's megabits, or a gigabit up. Or, it's something insane. Like it's like gigabits. 15 times better than FiOS. And it's because the town runs it. It's not like Time Warner cheaping out, giving you a meg upload for $200 for that kind of nonsense. It's government run, and they have no profit motive. They just want to give the best service they can. That's how socialist I sound,
dude. And, imagine hooking up your Xbox to that connection.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, you're actually bottlenecking through the servers. You know what I mean? Through like the Xbox servers.
Yeah. I've thought, like, I have a dream of making a living outside of my day job. Like, if this YouTube thing could get big enough, then that would be really neat to me. And I'm like, if I did that, I could move there. Like, I might just do it, pack things up and move to some place with
I've actually thought about it, Woody. When I heard about that town, I'm like, if I got to buy a house in the next year, I'm moving there.
Yeah. No, you live near family, right?
I live near family right now, but... a connection like that will get a motherfucker up and leaving.
love that.
Move just for an internet connection. Leave your family behind. They don't matter. They're irrelevant. You need that host.
Mom, I do love you, but look at the speed test. Look at the speed test, Mom.
Look at the jitter on this line.
Yeah.
You cannot love me enough to replace this.
I know you gave birth to me, but my KD will go up by like 0.25 on a connection like this.
You don't understand, Mom.
You just have to sit down one day and be like, do I love my family more or one-shot kill burst with an M16 more?
Whoa. You want me to stay with the bad connection? That's you being selfish.
Yeah.
I thought you loved me.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? That's funny, though. But yeah, I would love to have a great connection. And I'm also wondering, like, I need to look at the actual backbone of the internet, but I have this idea that even a good upload on North Carolina still routes, like, up through D.C. and over to, like, Winnipeg before it gets anywhere interesting. Like, the lag here just sucks. Everything takes a long time.
I just got to say this. I just want to feel what it feels like to upload a YouTube video in, like, 2 minutes.
Okay.
Oh.
Wings, you're going to hate me for this. My hour-long Grand Theft Auto video, it was uploaded in, I think, 9 minutes.
Oh, my God.
You know what?
Painkiller already takes between 6 and 9 hours.
Yeah,
okay,
my last...
That's an hour-long video, though. So
my 17-minute fucking Fallout videos take anywhere from 5 to 7 hours to upload.
Jesus Christ. What do you do all day?
I used to go to sleep.
You're just like kicked off the... Well, but you upload like 5 times a day. How can you possibly do that?
2 internet lines.
Oh.
I have a line dedicated strictly for uploading.
Yeah, that's
you have two shit. You have two shit connections.
Yes, he does.
Shit connections.
You have two
terrible
shit connections.
That's awesome.
I share a router with 8 people, and I still have better upload speed than that. That's crazy.
My connection sucks dick, son. My connection sucks mad dick.
Dude, my connection sucks so much.
I have to say that Washington, California, man, we have some fucking killer connection. I'm serious, man. We have some.
The only reason I have a better connection than Woody is the fucking box is in my yard.
Dude, my connection's so bad it failed 3 times during this podcast. Like, that's how shitty my connection is.
Yeah.
My connection's so bad I couldn't even host the call for this podcast.
Yeah, man. Like, when I play zombies with
that's why I had to do it.
We can't have a good game. We'll get to
good old Merca.
Yeah, I'll play Zombies Merca. We'll get up to, like, in the teens or something. And like, it's cool. You get excited. You're like, I've got a lot of money in my pocket. I've got a ray gun in my hand. I'm in level 18 or something. I'm making a run at a 30-something game, right? Everything's set up just right. Yeah. Even if I die, I can get this stuff back. And then I find myself in my lobby rebooting my router just over. It sucks.
Yeah, usually
you ever just cut the computer off and go to bed like, fuck it, I'll fuck with this tomorrow.
Right. And then they back out and get me. And on one hand, it totally sucks for them that they have to do it. On the other hand, now there's like 2 people going against a 3-person zombies map, which is a challenge.
Yeah, and you've got Trevor sabotaging you every 45 seconds. And so it's like...
Trevor's so funny. Merca, he's maliciously bad.
Yeah.
Merca. Remember how we were talking about how you weren't running out of ideas for the zombie things, but like you were trying every idea and it's showing?
Yeah.
Why don't you... Have you done this? Get 4 people in a zombies match, okay, and then just have the 3 people quit. So now you're it's solo run against four zombies.
I tried that with like people off Twitter, and when I told them to leave, 2 of them
didn't leave. Okay.
And so I guess I'd have to get it with like actual people on my friends list. But I've thought about that. That'd be crazy tough.
I mean, you know about zombies. Does that mean that the entire game it's going to act as if there's 4 people?
Yeah, it'll send you 4 times as many zombies.
Yeah, so that'd be easy to get 4 people on your friends list to be like, dude, listen, I just want you to go into the zombies thing, and I want you just to back out, leave as soon as I start it, because I want to do 4 people zombies. I guarantee you can get someone like 4 people to do that.
If you've never played,
I think it's funny that the people on Twitter they come in, they don't leave. Like, what do you?
Yeah.
If you've never played zombies with Merca, I highly recommend it. Like, first of all, he's a walking fountain of information. You'll be like, hey, which gun should I buy off the wall at this moment? And they're like, oh yeah, if you want to kite in this area, this is the weapon that you need. It has this damage. This gun, it does this when it's upgraded. He knows everything there is to know about zombies. And then if you die, he'll typically clutch it, and you get to play again next round. It's nice. I recommend that everyone tweet at him and tell him that he's not a good commentator if he's not playing zombies with you personally.
You know what's my favorite part of zombies though is when we get together, like we're in the group, we're about to start the game, and as soon as the game starts, I wait until about the second round or whatever. And every commentator is always nervous to ask this, but I go, "Don't worry, guys, I'm going to be shooting. Don't worry." They're like, "Oh, phew, thank God."
Oh, that would just.
I got a question. Are you willing to recover my gamer tag and record gameplay for me, and I'll just put the commentary over it?
Record zombie gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
care.
don't want to play zombie. Everybody wants me to play it. Anybody wants to give me Minecraft footage with my Minecraft guy?
Except for you're asking for a secret deal on a public forum. It doesn't work like that.
I'm good at lying.
There's gonna be 3 people that won't know it's a lie.
Like, yeah, this is me.
I'll do it.
I'm a beast at fucking zombies. I said it.
All these people coming online that you're not friends with, getting.
Yeah, right. Like all these people.
Actually,
Taylor went to college with.
Can I tell a story?
Yeah.
I was at my buddy's house, and he was playing Madden, and this is on PS3. He was playing Madden, and all of a sudden, in the upper right-hand corner, it said, "Only Use Me Blade is online." And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, what the fuck is going on? Because we were playing on his account, like on my buddy's account, And so I'm like, hey, can you message me? Like, find out what the fuck is going on? And the person, they're like, so what my friend DeMarco did is he wrote a message and said, who is this? And the guy wrote back who was on my account is, who wants to know? And I'm like, me, dude. I want to know because that's me. What the fuck are you doing on my account? And then he signed off. And I tried to call it PS3. I was like, hey, someone signed onto my account. Is there any way we can find out where that came from? And they're like, we need a police report. I'm like, well, there's no police report necessary. Come on. They were of no help. But somebody out there got into my account. Yeah,
a
police report for what?
Hey,
my video game moniker got stolen.
Yeah.
No.
I want to.
You need the police for that. Really?
Let's wrap up the podcast.
Yeah,
with this story.
Issue? Okay.
Wings, was your brother almost killed by a grenade?
Yes.
What happened?
My brother is a medic in the Army, and he rides in convoys of 4. He was riding a 4-man convoy, and a small Iraqi child comes up to the convoy and throws a hand grenade, and it rolls under my brother's truck and blows up under his seat. It takes out the back tires, and the shrapnel comes up through the bottom of the truck, and he ends up getting some in his flak jacket and some in the right leg of the gunner, which is the Chinese kid.
Was anyone really hurt?
Everybody lived. Yeah, everybody lived.
No, was anybody really injured, though?
Did I just not say that the Chinese kid caught shrapnel in his leg?
Oh, you cut out. I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't understand everything you said either, in fairness. So
yes.
The grenade rolled under a Hummer, you said?
Yeah, and it blew up under my brother's... my brother sits in the back seat because he's a medic.
Uh-huh.
It blew up under him, and he happened to be sitting on his flak jacket.
Oh.
And it hit the flak jacket and caught the flak jacket, and some came up through the floor of the Humvee and hit the leg of the gunner, which was rice cake. So all those guys... Yeah, those guys you see in the videos I put up all the time, they got hit with a grenade.
Wow.
Can you describe Rice Cake's injuries more?
Shrapnel
Shrapnel doesn't tell me a
leg.
lot, right? It could be splinters. It could be calf ripping off.
It could be like Wings does not see visual pictures. All he knows is shrapnel to right leg.
All right. Yeah, but
Wow.
your brother was running flak jacket, so he's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, he had his flak jacket.
Call of Duty jokes.
Inappropriate.
Never gets old. It never gets old.
It never gets old.
Suitable for anything.
Yeah. Call of Duty references to anything having to do with...
And I'm not being racist. His nickname actually is Rice Cake. It's Cook, Rice Cake, and my brother.
What's your brother's nickname?
My brother's nickname is Crook.
Crook? What? Is there a backstory?
Yes, there is.
Was he a thief in the
Let's hear
40s?
more about the backstory.
Do you really want to
There
hear
is a
the
backstory. You don't get to hear it.
Of course we
It's
want to
a
hear.
very
That's what we do
simple
here on
backstory.
Painkiller Already. We tell stories.
Is it a tale or a story? What is it?
It's I can explain it real easily. My brother
Okay.
is a womanizer.
Nice.
And
Is his name
one of the
Dan?
No, one of the nicknames that multiple girls have called him in front of me is Crook. So I asked him, like, why do you call him Crook? And they say he has a bend in his penis. Okay.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That did not take that out I expected at all.
Yeah, it was serious.
I thought it was like steals your heart because he's so romantic,
Oh,
and then
no.
like,
I
nope,
thought for
not-
sure he joined.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sorry.
That's
I
the
thought he
Humphrey
joined the
Bogart
army like as a
description.
way to avoid jail. Like that's where I thought the story was going. But
Yeah,
he's got like a Bill Clinton
A
bend
crook.
in his unit. Nice.
He's a crook, eh? Yeah. Oh, so he had
Did they?
he had
Right.
he had boomerang dick, and so that's why the girls called him that.
They call him Crook.
All right, Wings.
And
Next
that was like
Painkiller
a-
that's
Already.
like a
They say which way.
that's a well-known thing that people just called him crook, and people just went along with it, not realizing that. Or he's banged so many women that's like a
He's
secret
got a
society.
lot of trouble, so most people think it's the other
It's like
thing.
the fucking
you know?
like his dick is like Fight Club, and only the girls that have been fucked by him talk about it, kind of thing. Like,
Which
is that
way
what's
does
going
it
on?
bend? Does it bend up and actually make like the come hither thing when he has
Or is it
sex?
like a submarine? Like his dick can shoot around corners. Like what is
I
it?
don't know. I don't go looking at my brother's dick, but he also he's been in trouble with the law more than once. So most people assume it's the other thing. You're like he's a crook, but
Yeah, that's for the
No.
best, actually.
it's the more wise people understand what the word crook means.
Oh gosh.
That's funny.
Oh man, we have got to get him on the I'm gonna need some photo evidence of this.
Time out.
Oh, God.
Woody, you've known about Wings of Redemption's brother for a long time, and this story right here said, "Oh, get him on the show."
Yeah.
Right.
No. The best part is that even like 5 seconds ago, when Wings was saying how his brother was in like a live fire in the Middle East, Woody doesn't even say anything, and then Wings is like, "Yeah, Andy's got a crooked cock," and Wings is like, "Can I get his number real quick? Let's get him on here."
Is he available for
I
the
wanna
post
talk
show?
to this guy.
Yeah.
I love, dude. The whole
It's gonna be
stream
one of
is
those
like
things where it's
laughing my ass
you know,
off.
we could talk about my dick all day, but I also almost got exploded by a grenade. You're like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
But back
nice.
to the crook
That's cool.
thing.
But
Yeah.
here's what's
So-
awesome, right? The whole stream is like, "Oh my god, his penis is crooked." You laugh out loud, laughing my ass off. This and that and this, and then this one guy that's like, "Hey, that's not strange." It's like, yeah.
Everybody don't have a crook.
Is it like a 90-degree angle? Like if people ask him his size, he's like 6 and 2. I don't know.
All right, I think that's gonna wrap up Painkiller Already. Best of luck to Wings' brother, and
Yep.
here comes the post.
Now you're concerned. Okay.
Right with the
He's talking about
grenade
the dick
thing. I'm
again,
sure
not
he's
for the
fine,
grenades.
but with the crooked penis, I hope everything works out. So Painkiller Already, episode 57.
Peace, guys.